Welcome back, everyone. Episode 75 of Quest for You, the Unexpected. Starting out with a quote by Marcus Aurelius. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing, because an artful life requires being prepared to meet and withstand sudden and unexpected attacks. How do you deal with unexpected events? Sudden blows, attacks you didn't see coming, surprises, unplanned events, schedule changes. Every day holds some variety of surprises for us. Most of them are of minor importance and we handle them graciously. But sometimes they can be truly life-changing, causing all sorts of difficulty and problems for us. We don't like interruptions much. They mess with our routine. The things we had planned would occur that day. The outcome we had predicted for the day has changed. We like to be in control of our day, our schedule, our plans. It gives us a sense of security and of safety. We plan, we schedule, and we think we will ensure the outcome, because most things can be controlled by us, now more than ever. In the past, people were more dependent on the environment to work in their favor. More legwork was required to ensure a particular outcome. I remember way back, I had to write down the train schedule to make sure I catch the train on time. I often went to stores or other places just to find them closed and had to walk back home. Today we can map out our days, our errands, our to-dos from home with pretty close accuracy. Information is easily available. I can check the train schedule in probably almost any country online right now. But I think this comfort has also contributed to a lower tolerance with unexpected circumstances. Waiting time, wasted time, multiple trips. It used to be part of our life. We planned it in. Today, we get more done in less time. But we still cannot control all of life's surprise attacks. How do you cope with surprises and unexpected events? Even positive changes to our day can sometimes cause us to stumble. Maybe because they interfere with our plans. Do you become stressed? Do you panic, get flustered? Or do you get angry, impatient, worried, or anxious? Much of the answer to this question lies in Marcus Aurelius' quote, while we like to use the dancing metaphor for life. He is right. Life is much more challenging than just a dance with a few graceful movements. Life can be tough, and for those of us who experience such toughness, you know that it can be challenging to deal with. So what does Aurelius recommend? Well, many of the Stoics, in fact, recommend preparation. You may say now that you can never prepare for everything, and that is correct. And we don't want to prepare for specific events. But we can prepare how we deal with difficult events better in general. The quick answer is this. You need to build up an inner strength that can withstand unexpected blows. This is definitely not easy. But there are a few things you can do now while life is a bliss. To prepare for surprises. To ensure that when they come, you are not so rattled. You don't want to fall apart every time your tire blows out, or the neighbor plays loud music again, or it rains on your family picnic. Number 1, create your own surprises by introducing small changes into your life. Use small and insignificant matters to do things differently. For example, take a different route to work once in a while. Next time there's a huge accident and there are delays on your drive, you now already know alternate ways. Teach yourself to accept change. This is especially helpful when you are very dependent on one thing to be the same every day. Simple things like my blow dryer, which I use every morning. If electricity is ever out, what's my backup plan? Think about these things ahead of time and test different options. They will build your resilience. Number 2, detach and let go. Most things are truly not that important, but we make a huge fuss over them. We expend a ton of energy and lose time that way. Instead, work on letting go. In the grand scheme of things, there are very few events in life that are truly worth the emotional stress. The problem is we get attached to events and certain ways of working. Think about your dependency on cars, on Wi-Fi, on electronic devices. We cling to the familiar and we fear letting go. Greater attachment allows surprises and unpleasant events to have a greater negative effect on us. So take a step back and assess from a distance. I do this by immediately thinking about the next step. Instead of emotionally getting caught up, angry, anxious, and so on, I ask myself, okay, where do we go from here? This helps me stay calm and in control of myself, and therefore it helps me be in a better position to deal with the issue at hand. And lastly, always seek the lesson or the positive in the event. And for this, I want to read you something. It's from the book Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss, and it's an excerpt from Jocko Willink's essay titled Good. Jocko spent 20 years in the U.S. Navy SEALs team, and he also co-authored a New York Times bestseller called Extreme Ownership, How U.S. Navy SEALs Lead and Win. And this excerpt is a wonderful approach to dealing with unexpected events. At least I think so. I find it actually very useful. So here it goes. How do I deal with setbacks, failures, delays, defeat, or other disasters? I actually have a fairly simple way of dealing with these situations. There is one word to deal with all of those situations, and that is good. This is something that one of my direct subordinates, one of the guys who worked for me, a guy who became one of my best friends, pointed out. He would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem or some issue that was going on, and he'd say, "Boss, we got this, that, or the other thing going wrong." And I would look at him and I'd say, good. And finally, one day, he was telling me about some situation that was going off the rails. And as soon as he got done explaining it to me, he said, "I already know what you're going to say." And I asked, "What am I going to say?" He said, "You're going to say, good." He continued, "That's what you always say when something is wrong or going bad. You just look at me and say good." And I said, "Well, I mean it, because that's how I operate." So I explained to him that when things are going bad, there's going to be some good that will come from it. Oh, mission got cancelled? Good, we can focus on another one. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good, we can keep it simple. Didn't get promoted? Good, more time to get better. Didn't get funded? Good. We own more of the company. Didn't get the job you wanted? Good. Go out, gain more experience, and build a better resume. Got injured? Good. Needed a break from training. Got tapped out? Good. It's better to tap out in training than to tap out on the street. Got beat? Good. We learned. Unexpected problems? Good. We have the opportunity to figure out a solution. That's it. When things are going bad, don't get all bummed out. Don't get startled. Don't get frustrated. No, just look at the issue and say good. Now, I don't mean to say something cliched. I'm not trying to sound like Mr. Smiley Positive guy. That guy ignores the hard truth. That guy thinks a positive attitude will solve problems. It won't. But neither will dwelling on the problem. No, accept reality, but focus on the solution. Take that issue, take that setback, take that problem and turn it into something good. Go forward. And if you're part of a team, that attitude will spread throughout. Finally, to close this up, if you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, that means you've still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack. And that right there is about as good as it gets. I couldn't think of a better way to end this episode. Go out there and face the surprises and the unexpected with a great big good. Much love for you today. Until next time.